And so I think the big thing for me was let's get the purpose more clearly identified. So I know one meeting is going to focus more on the relational aspect. I don't know exactly strategically how we're going to set that up yet, but the other one will be more on the how are we doing on our goals and outcomes. And I think strengthening those bonds on both sides help us get to that outcome.
Yeah, I fully agree, and that has been my experience as well, that there is a relational component to team meetings, and there is the outcome component, the outcome focus to meetings. So, and you need to be aware of both. In my experience, when we hired an associate attorney, my paralegal and I would be meeting with him, and I kind of felt like these weekly meetings are good, but some of these conversations that I'm having, for instance, with my paralegal, don't have anything to do with the work that I've assigned to my associate attorney. And I'm kind of wasting his time for, 25, 30 minutes of the meeting because I'm talking about matters that are unrelated to his assignments. And so that's value. You think about it from an hourly rate standpoint. This is a very valuable, kind of expensive amount of time that you're spending together. And if it's not being used effectively, it's really kind of wasting money, because time is money in a lot of ways. So I suggested that we change to every 2 weeks, and they were like, well, that's probably not enough. Kind of the same experience that you had. The law firm has grown a little bit more since then, and we're going to be, I'm going to meet individually with team members in their particular practice areas on a regular basis, so that we're kind of separating our team meetings out a little bit and not occupying so much dead time on individuals just sitting in the meeting, not having anything to say or respond to. But I think you got to be aware of it. You just have to be aware of, is this the most effective way of doing it? And kind of, I agree. It's kind of a gut feeling. This isn't the best thing to do. Let's try something different and see if it works out better. And you adjust and try to make it better in the future. There's no guarantee that the change is going to be the optimal thing for your law firm. You might need to make more changes in the future, but we're just trying to get better and better.
Yeah. And that's why it's it's a practice, right? We've never arrived. The practice has never changed from a practice. We're still going through it every single day. The firm doesn't graduate from a practice to a completion. It's still a practice. And so I think the feedback, the communication is really important as you grow and as you go through different seasons of the practice. And so when you're at a different stage, you may need more meetings because you're trying to do a bigger project that involves everybody in the office. Or you may want to have everybody together just for that camaraderie sake and building those relationships and trying to keep everybody on the same page as to, hey, this is who we are. This is our culture. This is how we want to serve clients. And those things take effort and time, and they take more effort and time the more people that you have involved. And if it's just you know what the culture is, right? That's pretty easy. If you add in a teammate, all of a sudden now you've got to help educate there, but it's probably a little easier because there's direct observation. Now, third person, fourth person, as that grows, it gets a little bit more challenging to maintain that culture that you want. And so I think having those open lines of communication, of seeking out the feedback, even though you may not be comfortable with the answers that you get sometimes, and it may force you to go back and go, okay, well, then I need to really rethink this, because if I'm still feeling the stress or the dissatisfaction or whatever it is with that outcome, so was somebody else. And what does that mean? And how do I alleviate that and lead well through it and make sure that we're reaching the outcomes we're trying to accomplish?